right? But if I had to ask you, what might Apple's why be? Why are they in the business? What sets them apart from everyone else? What would you guys have to say about that?
They wanted to change the world.
Absolutely. Definitely, they're all about kind of going against the status quo, thinking differently. Anybody else?
Want to simplify stuff.
Absolutely, yeah. Their products, I mean, are proof of the pudding, right? Simplifying things, making it more intuitive. This is right out of Apple's website. You guys want to hear their why?
Sure.
Apple's why. Everything we do, we believe in challenging the status quo. We believe in thinking differently. Now, their why is their purpose. It's their cause. It's why they're in the business. It's the filter by which they operate. And their success as a company is just a result of their why. Now, if we look at their how, Apple challenges the status quo and thinking differently by creating products that change the way people interact with computers, phones, music. Who remembers here before the iPod came out? How were we listening to music? Walkman, CDs. I recall there was like 30 different MP3 players you could buy. No one knew which one worked with whatever computer. It wasn't universal. It was a big mess. Then came Apple with their iPod. Revolutionized the way we listen to music. And now if you don't have an iPod, you're kind of like the weird one, you know, outside the circle. But everyone has it. They're what? It's pretty simple. They just happen to make awesome computers, tablets, and iPods that are easy to use, intuitive, beautifully designed, and pleasing to look at. So,
That's something a lot.
let me ask you, who's been to an Apple store here? If I were to ask you, do you see their why within the store and within their employees? Would you guys agree with me? Do you think that they're all kind of on the same page with the company and the reason for them being in existence? Have you guys noticed that? Because I've been to an IBM store and it's very different. I've been to an IBM store that's in the same shopping mall as the Apple store, and you could drop a pin at IBM and hear it, even though they sell very similar products. So why is super important. I want you guys to remember this, and you might have to read it a few times to digest it. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. Think about that. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. You guys curious to see what Nissan's all about? You probably have seen Nissan's why, how, and what, but let me just go ahead and refresh your memory. Nissan's why. We are driven by our desire to excite people. We push the boundaries of what's possible to make everyday driving experiences more rewarding for everyone. This is reflected in our brand statement of innovation and excitement for everyone. You guys agree so far? I didn't hear anybody. Yeah, all right. Let's keep it going. How? We build vehicles that are fun to drive, have innovative breakthroughs, and improve the driving experience. Would you guys agree with that?
Yes, sir.
I mean, some of the technology on these cars, let me tell you, you could look at a $100,000 Lexus and you won't even get some of the stuff that's in my $40,000, $50,000 Pathfinder. That's what they're about. And what? They just sell great cars. Just like everyone else, but Nissan started with their why from the very beginning. And that's why we're where we are today. That's why we're different from everyone else. And what we're going to do, as I mentioned, is we're going to make you guys experts into telling stories, conveying your personal why, engaging the senses, just to bring everything to life and make our experience here in Nissan different from everyone else's. Now that I got you guys warmed up, and I promise I'm going to get to some car stuff right after this, but I'm curious, maybe Elizabeth, you can help us out with this. Does your dealership have a why that everyone knows about?
I don't know the why statement.
All right, let me give you an example. This is from a store I just recently visited. I met with the general sales manager, and he said, this is my why. He said, we put people's dream in their driveway every day. Is that a little more inspirational than we want to make a ton of money? Especially if you're, you know, sitting across the desk maybe as a customer. What do you guys think? We put people's dreams in their driveway every day, or we want to make a ton of money? What would you rather hear if you're a customer?
I want to hear about dreams.
Okay, yeah, we want to make your dreams come true. So what I want you guys to do, since you don't seem to have one for your dealership, is I'm going to break you up into, let's just say, let's break you up into 3 groups. Actually, 2 groups is good. And what I want you guys to do on your book, on page, get there, we are on page 6. I want you to think about your dealership's why. Why would someone come to your store versus all the other Nissan stores that they can go to? What sets your dealership apart from the competition? So maybe you guys want to work together. How about you three kind of bounce some ideas off each other? And I'm going to give you about 3 minutes to come up with a dealership why. If you don't want to work with your teammates, you want to come up with your own, by all means. But write something down on that page 1 for me. What is your dealership's why?
All right, man, what's the deal with what?
We make dreams reality.
You just
Why ask
can't
why?
why.
the other guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
just
the
do his
dream.
thing.
Yeah.
Be innovative. Think of something new.
Why ask why? Just pay the full price.
I like that word.
Charles Sticker.
Come on, get creative, guys. Think about it. Why come to
Talking
your
about
store?
driveway. Did I mention
Come on,
driveway?
give me something. You're a vet. What do you got? Why should people come and deal with you? What's your why? What's your dealership's why?
Well, one, because we're family oriented.
Okay.
So, and we are friendly. We are got the most selection here in Georgia.
Hey, well, that's all important. Friendly, selection, and you know, it's important to convey these things, guys. The reason we're here, we're all meeting here, is because Nissan has looked at the numbers and they've done research, and they found when you can convey your dealership's why, when you can convey your personal why to your customers, all of this is just going to become that much more clear. Customers are going to understand the why that's behind Nissan, and hopefully they'll want to do business with you that much more. So thank you guys for putting that together, the dealership why, as well as your personal why. Now, do you guys want to start talking about some cars now, or what?
Yes.
Okay. So I mentioned about 20 minutes ago that the main 2 objectives here are to come up with strategies on how we can incorporate stories about our products. Now, stories bring the product to life. And we're going to watch a few primarily on the Titan. It's a truckumentary, and we're going to watch a story on the new Maxima. I want you guys to enjoy these videos.